You can yawn, but yawn quietly. Come to a noise in the room, and we'll stay here pretty long. Glue your mind. If you can, go deeper. Heartbeat. Inside the heart. Heartbeat to a distance. sugar crystal. Ocean. Space. Turn off your mind. Block thoughts. Turn off your mind. Ignore the thoughts. ask one of your teachers in your life to come and sit with you. Think about your first meeting with this teacher. What events caused it? What were the outside causes? How did they come to the meeting? How did you come to the meeting? What brought you through your life to this meeting? What brought them through their life to this meeting? What so-called caused the meeting? Now try hard to understand that this teacher meeting you didn't come from those causes. In fact, the causes never touched the result. Whatever events happened before you met could not touch the meeting, because the meeting began after the last cause stopped. The events and the outside causes that you always thought brought this teacher to you, and you always thought brought you to them, are actually not happening. Your seeds created the events on your side, each event that brought you to your meeting. And amazingly, your seeds also created the events on their side that brought them to this meeting. Their birth, their education, their growing up, their getting their job, them coming to the place where you first met them. You created all those things. You forced them to come to you. to plant the seeds for a teacher, you must have shared some kind of wisdom, knowledge with other people. So now we're not talking about some quality of the teacher like their patience or their compassion. Now we're talking about their existence in your life. It must be that you shared your wisdom, your understanding in a past life. You must have been some kind of teacher. So please take a trip back to your past life. Choose a country. Choose a time in history. Decide, was I male or female? How old was I? What was my work? How did I dress? How did I speak? And have fun and relax. We're all here having sweet time together. There's no pressure. And take your time. Go back to your past life. Anything you can imagine, you deserve. You planted that seed also. So trust what you imagine. Make a beautiful story of where were you and how did you share wisdom with other people. Come back to the center of your own mind. See those silver seeds laying in the middle of your mind. See one of them open. Out comes a small picture made of light. It's called teacher. the chi, chedak, chi of teacher. Out of the mind. And it settles on the person in front of you. And because of that coating, you see a teacher. Let another seat open. Let another picture come out. Coat them, and you see teacher. And seats opened for years with this person. And they made you see teacher. If you keep sharing what you understand, you will keep planting seeds. And you will keep seeing this beautiful teacher in your life. We don't know everything. We're not great masters in our practice. We have many failures. But we're trying. And it's creating our teacher. Last part of this meditation, I'd like to ask you to imagine if you met a friend a few days after you leave this beautiful Diamond Mountain, and they asked you, what did you learn? What happened to you in your meditation? What experiences did you have that are beautiful? And what difficulties did you have? What would you tell them? Think about it for a few minutes. What can you say that would help your friend about the good things and about the hard things? Three long breaths. Share the karma of this meditation with people in this world. Sooner or later they will breathe the same air. And then slowly open your eyes. Take a stretch. Mr. Tim, we're going to have people talk about their experiences again. As soon as everyone has stretched a little. Drink something. Anybody need some water? I have one. mundo. Pronto, pronto. Okay. We're going to play for half an hour, relax, listen to our friends. Then we'll do some hard work, something.
My name is Uwe. I'm from Vermont for 20 years, originally Germany. I lived in Lower Campus in a tent out in the wilderness. And it was a little bit scary in the beginning, just me and all the wild animals and the storm and the tent. And then after a while, it kind of sunk in that it's coming from me. So I started to feel very comfortable out there, me and all the wild animals. Yeah, so that was that part. And what I really enjoyed was having a little sangha here in this place, meeting while you're up in the mountains. We had a very fierce meditation session going on here, showing up on time and ending on time. It was great. It really felt like we were like one group, one body. And then what was new to me was making sticks, just making sticks. Yes. Oh yeah, I had to cut branches from a tree and then cut them in certain lengths and then polish them. And that many times over. I think it's an exercise in emptiness. And I just heard like 10 minutes ago, I'm not done yet.
Mr. Scott, you're doing your thing. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Tim. My name is Connie O'Brien. I'm from Sedona.
I thought your name was O'Brady.
Well, it's O'Brady. It's O'Brady. I must say I very much enjoyed my the partner in my cabin. It was very wonderful doing a retreat with John. I really love the lion's dance, and I love checking out. Could I make my mind shift back and forth, and how quickly? And would it be happy to do that? And it was. I was really surprised. Sometimes, you know, I feel a sense of loss from 3-year retreat and how we were able to go so deep in 3-year retreat. But this meditation really it had something for me. It was very juicy for me, and I really enjoyed it a lot. And I love the wind out there at that far end of the retreat valley. So beautiful. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Rachna. I'm from New York. When the meditation was good, it was phenomenal. When the meditation was good, it was phenomenal. But I was maybe not surprised, but the meditation wasn't good more often than I would have liked. So I realized how much I need to practice every single day. And then a question came up, although this is sharing, not Q&A, but I didn't, I have a question around if we succeed, then we can escape death for ourselves and all other people. But then I think it was said that actually the other people still see themselves as not being enlightened, but we see them as being enlightened. So then, do they escape death or not? And I was confused by that, which kept coming up.
Short answer. So they say, what's the greatest thing a Buddha can do?
Teach.
Teach. So yeah, if you teach them, they will see the same immortality that you see in them. They will see in themselves. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Bimala from Sedona.
I thought you were Moo.
Well, I had a great retreat, but it wasn't easy. The first 2 days were a lot of purification, and I couldn't get into. I'd be excited to do the meditation, and I get on my cushion, and I just couldn't meditate. So I was doing meditations and then naps, meditations and naps, and migraines, and then the third day was really good. It was I wasn't upset with myself for having the last 2 days not so good, and then this morning's meditation was just awesome, and so I just realized that I had to go through those to get to the one good meditation that I had this morning. So thank you, Holy Lama. Thanks.
I'm Michael from Vancouver, Canada. Thank you, Geshe for teaching. So starting off on the first day, it was a little bit rough, my meditations, just never really fully focusing and always being interrupted and opening my eyes, closing them. Then the last two, I really stepped it up and got serious about it and made some progress and was happy with that. And I was more prepared this time than last time, since I was just new into this whole emptiness and meditation. So I did have more experience and was a lot more in control of everything. And yeah, thank you.
Thanks for teaching. I 中文
Allison.
就是我很感谢格西老师的那个教授，然后我自己感觉很
Wait, 在哪里? Where's she from?
I'm from Shenzhen, China. I'm Annie. 就是非常感谢格西老师的教授。
I'd like to thank Geshe Michael's teaching.
我自己感觉是非常受用的。
Personally, I benefited a lot from it.
因为我自己在中国，我学道次第学了2遍，6年的时间。
Personally, I learned the Lamrim twice, in total for 6 years in China.
所以我在中国是皈依了济群法师，在苏州的西园寺。
Personally, I took refuge with a a teacher called Geshe Master in Suzhou in a monastery there.
但是我们只是学了就是道次第的这个论的部分，我们在这个止观的部分并没有做很多的练习。
Personally, we learned a lot of teachings on the commentary on the Lamrim, but we didn't practice much on the meditation Lamrim.
所以在去年12月份，我听了那个格西老师的那个课之后，我对这个止观有了新的认识。
Last year in December, after learning your teaching, I had more understanding of Vipassana Shamatha.
So I feel good, and I can see in my dreams there are 2 levels in my dreams. I can see more dreams, another dreams in my dreams. So I don't know what happened, but it's wonderful, and I can see I'm sitting on the diamond and floating on the ocean, and I'm enjoying it very much. So I don't know it's a good condition or not good condition, because they said this is not the way to see the emptiness.
Uh, I think if you come more times, you'll have more experience, and then you will be able to go deeper. So I think it's okay. Good beginning. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Ting.
I'm Luca from Shanghai, China. Thank you a lot for Geshe-la's teaching. Thank you.
You guys
so
don't
much.
have to thank me every time.
Actually, during my retreat, especially during the mantra, I really did a long list about the persons I really want to thank for. A long list, not finished yet. Actually, the first day I slept a lot. I just reminded myself to relax, relax, relax. Because for coming to this retreat, I really did a lot of effort. It's just too much work, too much, I don't know, life burden. And finally I come, I just tell myself to sleep in the flight. And also tell myself to relax. So the first day I slept a lot more than 18 hours. And the next day I don't have any sleep. Even in the night I just sleep for 2 hours. So, but the meditation improved bit by bit. And actually I did a lot of problem-solving meditation during the lion dance, especially on round 4. I think totally I did like 6 or 7 times of round 4. Actually, I did a list of or a list of people I needed to talk to after the retreat.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to figure out. And I just realized this is the only way to achieve the ultimate goal, to be in the retreat. And it's not only talking about the time and the money to come here. It's only when I'm here, I can realize there is a life destiny I must go through. I just have this understanding during this retreat. Thank you.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Hey, go on.
Thank you, Geshe, for these teachings. For me, it was very similar. It was a very relaxing retreat. I had also a lot of ups and downs. I had some meditations that, for me, were very insightful, and some that were terrible. And the main thing that I take from it is that I need to practice more. And at the same time, it's only after working for DCI that really the insights start coming, the deeper insights start to come to me. So I'm grateful, and at the same time, I know that I need to work a lot more.
Thank you.
Thanks, Geshe. And I want to thank everyone here in this room. I did the Diamond Mountain volunteer a couple of weeks before the Land Rim. And it was amazing. So I had some time to ask myself why I was here before the Land Rim. And like cleaning the yard and different kind of works, like physical work, I realized it was like a magical work that I was doing, speaking with the things. So the things was actually in my head, like cleaning the yard was cleaning something inside of me. It was before Lam Rim, and I didn't knew about the concept of emptiness or no self nature. And in that way, it's been very important for me in my life. This Lam Rim is my first one, and it's the first time I understand meditation. I had some introduction to meditation with Michael, but I think learning the lion's dance, I really understand what it's about, and it's been very great for me. Like I've been doing it 5 times a day here in the temple with Eva and Michael and yeah, other couple visitors that came. And I was like the guard of the temple some couple nights. When Rio left, I was sleeping here, so I feel very great with Yatson Kappa looking at me when I was sleeping. And I just feel in such a holy place to be. I feel very grateful because of that and because of all the good teachings the people here are giving. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot my question because I
Hey.
get a little bit emotional.
No es pregunta.
I have I have 2 questions. One is about in the meditation, because sometimes when I'm in the 8 steps levels, when I'm glued to the object, I create other objects in the same object. Like when I am inside of the heart chamber, I create a rose with a purple flame or stuff like that, and it just came. And sometimes I let it to be there. Sometimes I fight them to go. And I had another's like when I was in the ocean, I kind of feel the deep of the ocean and like the mist. Like smell the mist, but then I start creating like a sheep and and dolphins and so my question is if it's good to let that objects came to the object or just to glue to the main object and others to go away.
Okay, good question. It's possible if you feel something's important about the ship or about the purple flame or the rose, right? If you think there's some meaning to it, then choose to follow it. If you think there's no big meaning to it, choose not to follow it. So the goal is you have power over your mind. You can tell your mind is like a good dog on a rope. You know, okay, you can look at this rose for 5 breaths, okay? Then we're going to the next. Then we're going to outer space. You know, so talk to your mind, and it's like if you have a bad dog and he tells you where to walk. Sometimes you see big human with a small dog, but the real boss is the small dog. So just make sure you can tell your mind where you're going next, okay? And that's okay. Maybe something beautiful going to happen with the rose. Okay, but you're the boss. Okay, all right. I think we'll go to the Lamrim because we got a lot to go. Anybody need a pee-pee break? You okay? You all right? Okay. If you need, just go. We'll go to Lamrim. We're doing okay on the review. Okay. We're on the 5th of the problems of human life. What was the first one? Ngepa mepa. No guarantees. Okay, let's call it no guarantees. You don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. You could be in another world. We don't know. Okay? It doesn't take much. Human body is very fragile. Okay? Second one. Yeah, you can't get no satisfaction. Okay, we're never satisfied. We always want more. Okay, third one. You have to keep taking off your clothes, meaning you have to keep removing your body to go to the next one. And then the next one is easy. 4. Yeah, you have to keep being reborn again and again. Okay. 5th one. Okay, a lot of people mentioned it during the retreat. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, just when your life is going good, something messes up. Okay, and just when you think there's no hope, some uncle sends you money. Okay, all right. Here we go. Ngapa, you okay, Adam? No? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Look for. LNGAPA. LNGAPA. There you go. That's it. That's it. Okay. Ngapa yang yang to men to gyuwa nyepani. So to men means we keep going up and down in life. Okay. Just when you think things are good, something happens to mess you up. Okay. Dua Lungle, then he quotes a Vinaya scripture. Sapa kungi tanze ching, tumbo namgi tatung gyur, chepe tani chawate, sumbe tani chiwayin. Sakpa means as soon as you gather together things you want, the outcome is that they wear out. You finally get a car, your own car, and then it wears out. Zepa means, this zepa without the M, with the out, means to wear out, okay? Tumbo namgi tatung gyur. The outcome of being in a high position, powerful, having money, is that you lose it, okay? Always, okay? Chepe tani chawate. The outcome of meeting someone and getting to know them is that you will lose them. Okay? The outcome of connecting with someone is that you will lose them. Sambetani Chiwayan. The outcome of being alive is dying. Okay? You know, where is it going? Okay? The ta here means that where is it going? As soon as you're alive, it's going towards your death. As soon as you meet someone, it's headed towards losing them. As soon as you get a position or some money, you're headed towards losing it. And as soon as you can get stuff together in your life, it starts to melt away. Okay? Shane Nornze, Sakpe Tard Zepatang. Then he gives some examples. The end of collecting money in your life is that you lose it all. People spend their whole life collecting money, houses. And it's kind of, you know, people who look on the package, cigarette package, and it says, this is going to kill you, and they smoke it anyway. There's nobody who has any money at all who would believe that they can keep it forever. They all understand they have to lose it, but they still do it. It's like smoking cigarettes after you read the warning. You see what I mean? They know it's crazy and they keep doing it because there's nothing else to do. Timbe tartua. As soon as you get any kind of position, any kind of advancement in your life, you will slide back. Dupe tartawa. As soon as you meet people, you're going to lose them. Kepe tarchiwa. He changes it from the end of living is death. He changes it to kiwa. Yeah, as soon as you're born, you have a certain problem, which is called death. Okay, What's the 12th link of the Wheel of Life? Yeah. Aging and death. Okay. So there's a big debate in the Wheel of Life books. There are many great books. Vasubandhu wrote a great one. I translated it. Someday you should read it for fun. It's very, very long. Why didn't they make 13 links? Yeah. They put aging and death in link number 12 because some people die in the womb. Okay? All right? Before they're born. All right? Tar chiwate diucheki tar shir sungbatar. These are called the 4 outcomes of things that were caused by causes. Okay? The 4 outcomes are lost, basically. Tar korwe punsok jinda shi topkyang. No matter what kind of good thing you get in your life, ta gupe dupa mepe na, ma dupe mepe na. In the end, everything is trouble. Okay? Whatever good thing happens to you in your life, sooner or later it's going to become a problem. Geshe Sangpue, this is a lama from about 1,000 years ago. His name was Sangpua. Korwa dir ken bup mamboshi che gopadi nyamla rema bup she sungbare. He says, the minute I start thinking about the ups and downs in my life, I just feel unhappy all the time. You know, when I admit that life is going to be ups and downs, I can't be happy. Okay. Rema bup. La rema bup. My mind is never settled. Okay. Terma se tsuwa dume dup dupi ne kang jorpa so kyang. And then we spend our whole lives working so hard. You know, my mom, her big goal in life was to buy a house, and she did. She got a house and a car, and then she died. Like a few weeks after she got the car, her first new car in her life. You know, she worked for her whole life, and finally buy a new car, and then we sold it. You know, there was nobody to drive it. Okay, jub jub in nekang jorpa dang, yang na dre togam yang na dapo rangni shiwatabo chungte. You know, things happen. Forces tear away the things you collected. It could be war. It could be people who don't like you. Things tear away the things you have. Or dapo rangni shiwatabo. The thing has to go looking for a new owner. Okay, the owner does. The new car got stuck in the garage by itself. It's looking for a new driver. Okay. Okay. By the way, at this point, I put a meditation number 8 in your Lam Rim, Great Escape Meditations. It's an actor, a famous American actor. His name was Christopher Reeve. He was Superman, which means he was the most handsome and strong guy in America because he's so handsome and he's so strong. So they chose him to be Superman in the movies. Then he fell off a horse. Next picture. Same guy. Go back. Picture. Next picture. Okay, he fell off a horse. He hurt his spine and he couldn't walk. And he died in a wheelchair, okay? After 20 more years. He had to live like that. Okay? Up and down, okay? You don't know. You know, he was the strongest, most handsome guy in America. They chose him to be Superman, right? And then he spent 20 years in a wheelchair. Then he died because he couldn't breathe, okay? He couldn't have the strength to pull breath. Okay. Rangre lalop song tatanyam du zomba dinam kyang lo kashi shik song tsam ne ngepatel de do. Then he says, and this is a theme in Pabonka's teaching. He often talks about the people in the room. Okay. He says, look, there's me in the room and there's you in the room. And we came together to have a teaching together. And time will tear us apart. One by one. One by one, time will tear us apart. One person will leave or die or go somewhere. Then another person, then another person. Eventually, time will tear all of us apart, okay? In this room. He said that and then it happened, right? They're all dead now. In the Lam Rim, he says we're all going to die someday. There'll be a day when nobody in this room is left alive. First one of us will die and then the rest. And it came true. It's kind of weird when you read it because it came true. There is nobody left from that talk that he gave, okay? Same with us, okay? Unless we practice well, all right? We understand what to do. Gyalcho Kelsang Gyaltso. This is the 7th Dalai Lama who was a great tantric teacher, okay? Towa Nyi Kyang Miring Dusu Kamba Nun Tendugyur. I understand that when you reach a high position, eventually you will end up as someone nobody likes anymore. You'll go very low. He uses kind of a hard word. He says, you will literally be kicked around by other people. You know, people will kick you around. Shidingle. He goes back to Nagarjuna's letter to a king. Gyajin jikten us che gyur neni leki wangi cheryan sateng hung. You can be the king of the gods and the whole world is offering things to you. And then because of karma, your past karma, you are thrown to the earth. Even if you become one of those emperors of the whole world, people like that tend to fall hard. They tend to, the most powerful people politically tend to end up in jail, for example. Okay? We see it all the time. This happens even to mighty beings who control all planets. And if we happen to get some kind of position, we eventually lose it anyway. This is a famous Lama, Gungtang Jampeyang. I think we studied him when we did the poem at the end of the Dharmakara Sutra. Ming Kosam Kamba Shing Dong La Jeto Zekchena Trasa Ne Chapa Atsama Kepa Ru Dena Chokpa La. Then he compares a position in a company or political position or position in a family to a dry tree. You see trees around here who didn't get enough water and they dried out. So they still look like a tree. They don't have any leaves, but they dried out. So he compares getting positions to climbing out further and further on the branches. Then, yeah, it breaks and you fall. Like inevitably, people who seek position always fall. Kepa ru dena chokpala. Maybe it's better to stick near the trunk of the tree. Like, don't be so ambitious. You want to get higher and higher and higher. You know, it's better maybe don't try to get a high position. You will fall. Okay. Then he gives a terrible story. This is a very sad story. In the time of the 5th Dalai Lama, who built the Potala Palace. He was a great, great, great scholar, and he had an amazing assistant, Secretary of State. And his name was Desi Sangye Gyatso. Very, extremely intelligent. He was a great writer himself, and his books are amazing. So he ran the country, basically, second most powerful man in the country. Desi Sangye Gyatso She Shung Sa Choki Chapsiki Luksul Mambo Sadu Zukpapo. He instituted many of the great traditions of Tibet. Tomjor Ngatang Kemba Shintu Chewa. He was powerful, he was rich, he had influence, and he was knowledgeable. Shintu Chewa, young. Tar. So something happened. It's kind of funny. the Dalai Lama died, and this minister kept it secret. And I think it was over 12 years. He hired an actor to play the Dalai Lama. And he said for security reasons, nobody can get close to the Dalai Lama. So people could come and meet him from the door or something, and he would talk to them. And no one guessed that the Dalai Lama had died, you know. Then after 12 years, somebody figured it out. And they relieved him of his head. Okay. So some Mongol prince figured it out, and he had Desi Sengi Gyatso captured, and he cut his head off. Hasan Khan, his name was Hasan Khan. He was like Genghis Khan. Okay. Dang Kene Gul Shorte Uyang Tulung Tisamkar. Then his head was thrown on a bridge in central Tibet, and no one had the courage to come and get it. No one wanted to admit that they knew him. Okay? This is the person who ruled the country for 20 years, the most powerful person. And everyone was afraid to acknowledge that the head was there. They would just walk by it. Nobody wanted to say this is his head because they were afraid something would happen to them. Okay? Nyin mambar lu sukyan daktu machupadang sedan sumosok satar tangkyam. His wife and his children ended up beggars. And they had to leave and wander around the country looking for help, okay, as beggars for the rest of their life, okay. His wealthy family, okay. Drogu chungwadang, gyalbo hasanyang, and he's saying, he's ending the story. He says, by the way, the Mongol prince himself was murdered by another prince, okay. The guy who cut the head off later had his head cut off. Okay, so there's no position you can get which is stable. Okay, not going to happen. Okay, that's number 5. Okay, so number 5 is going up and down in your life. Example? What's the idiom? Superman. Okay, Superman. We may not choose all of these to be in your final exam if you want to be a Lamrim teacher, right? But these are the candidates, so you should learn them, okay? And we'll pick the best ones out, you see? We're going to have how many? 500 in the end. 60 each retreat. 60 each retreat. It's not so hard, come on. You can almost guess from the picture, right? What Jasmine and me were talking about was maybe it'd be nice if you could talk about each picture for 3 minutes. So if you talk slow, okay. Drupa Trogmepe Nyepani. This is the last one. I think it's the saddest one. Okay, number 6. Trogmepa means in the end you're on your own. In the end there's nobody else. You have no friends. Nobody can go with you. You were born alone. You will die alone. In the end, you're alone. Okay? It doesn't matter how much people love you, how much you love them. You're here alone. You can hook up with other people for a few years, or you can be in a group or whatever. But in the end, you're on your own. Okay? It doesn't matter what alliances you make, what friendships you make. In the end, you're on your own. Okay? And it's always like that. Okay? Tambor ameng gone kewe kapkyang rangchi porke. At the door of your mother's womb, you are alone. Coming out from the door of your mother's womb, you are alone. Pardu natsat tabu dunya chungnang rangchi nyong. And between your birth and your death, when you think you have friends, right, or a husband or whatever, colleagues, you will find out how alone you are if you get sick. Okay, they can't share it with you. They can, give you water or bring you medicine, But in the bed, in the bed, sick, you're really alone. I mean, people can come and bring you flowers and books to read, but in the end, you're even between birth and death, you're alone. Okay, and you can see it when you're sick. Tar shi would say on rang chipur marki kilne patan batar shindrowe. And at the end, when you die, you always go alone. Nobody can go with you. 1 minute after you die, you are alone forever from the people you knew. Okay, for a very long time. Okay, so you've always been alone. Okay. Then there's an expression in Tibetan called "marki kine putun," means plucking a single hair out of a bar of butter. So there's a bar of butter, right? And somebody's hair, if you have hair, fell in the butter. And then somebody goes, oh, look, there's a hair in the butter. And they take it out and they throw it. So you, alone, from all the people you know, will be thrown out. The butter is all your friends, okay? You are the hair. They're like, ew. Okay, then everybody's still there except you. They took you out of the butter. Okay, that's a Tibetan expression. Butter's important in Tibet. Okay. Drog chok chaken mete. There's no one who can go with you. Okay. Then he quotes Master Shantideva's Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life. Great book. Okay. Kyewa chipo kengyo ching. China ang tini chik chite. Dunya kelshen minena. Gekche zawe chishicha. When you're born alone. China ang tini chik chite. When you die, you die alone. Dunya kelshen minena. Even when you're alive and you're sick or you're having some problem, in the end, it's just you. Okay? Don't let friendships, disturb your Dharma practice, okay? If you have to go into retreat, then go, okay? You're alone anyway. You might as well go in a cabin and be alone. and get something done, get some progress, okay? It doesn't mean you're not supposed to have friends. You should have friends. There was an idiom of a lady with her back to her daughter. Yeah, when you meditate with other people. You should have retreat friends. You should have meditation friends. But never refuse to go on retreat, or never don't do a meditation session because your friends are like, well, what's the use of that? You see what I mean? Because in the end, you're alone anyway. Okay, so you better do the best thing. Okay, yoga's like that. Don't wait for a class. If nobody wants to go to yoga, do it in your room. If you got to get to this place, okay? If you have to do it, you do it yourself, okay? What's the picture here? I forget. Number 9. Oh, what is it? A baby and a... Oh, okay. It's basically a single baby, okay? She or he is a mom, okay? All right. Jetson Kappa Chembu, then he quotes Jetson Kappa. You guys okay? I got 15 more minutes. Hang in there. This is very famous words. You can't trust the good things in this life, okay? They won't last, okay? Be grateful, do coffee meditation, understand they may not last, okay? Nyemig rigne, understand this problem of life, okay? Shesumbe korwe deki, misspelled. Okay, Adam? It should be S-K-Y-I-D. I'm going to correct it. What is deki? You guys know? It's an old word for happiness, and it's a common woman's name in Tibet, deki. Okay. Dekidan punsok jindashi chungyang yitan me pe tenyin be korwe zashi dila puk tembachi kyang me. In the end, there's nobody you know. It's a wife, husband, kids, parents, friends who can stay with you. You don't know. Okay, there's no certainty. Okay, the people you think are with you now will be separated from you. Okay. Unless you plant the seeds. Okay, we always have to say that, right? If you understand emptiness, you can keep your friends. Okay, that's the whole idea. I want to keep my friends. I want to keep my partner. I want to be with them forever. You can, if you know how to plant seeds. Okay? If you think about these 6 kind of problems that we've talked about in the Lam Rim this week, okay, he said, you should tongue check. Tongue check means, I'm tired of this. It's going on too long. I'm tired of losing my friends. I'm tired of my friends turning out to be my enemies. I'm tired of all this, Okay, tongue check gupa. You should be tired, he said, gupa. Okay, shik yupe, chirki korwala ta yume jita yinyang, rangi kor din jugzok tap shik chaga. Then he says an interesting philosophical thing, okay? Chirki korwala ta yume jita yinyang. We can debate whether there's an end to samsara in general, okay, to the whole samsara. That's something you can argue, okay? Kyang. Rangi korwadi jugzok tapshik jaga. You can and you should end your personal samsara, okay? You can end your own cycle of pain, okay? You should do it. You have the equipment. You have the lion's dance and all that emptiness and seed stuff, okay? All right then. We got 10 minutes, let's use it. We never know what might happen. I like to use, I honestly think I get more done in the 10 minutes than most people ever get done. So if I have 10 minutes in the car or 10 minutes waiting somewhere while Scott's checking in the overweight luggage, I sit down on the floor of the airport and I work. Use the time, okay? Use what time you have. If you feel like you're too tired to do something, do it. You won't feel better next year. Okay? You'll feel worse. Okay, got it? Will you feel better next year? No. Well, okay, use the time. Do something. Okay? Do something to use the time. Okay? You won't be stronger next year. Okay? Unless you plant a lot of good seeds. Okay, Nipa. Soso dingyo sambala ni. So now we're going to explore the suffering of specific forms of life, okay? Humans, animals, okay? Pretas, Thors. People like Thor, okay? Sosa dungyo sambalani, ngendua dungyo sambadan, dendua dungyo sambo. Then we divide all life forms into 2. We call higher birth and lower birth. Higher birth, humans, demigods, and temporary gods. Lower birth, hell realm, animals, hungry ghosts, okay? Spirits. Right? Dabuni chang ne chen chang la shemba lopashin ngar kebuchumu cup sam sine. Then this is kind of funny. Chang ne chen means a person who has a drinking problem. Literally a person with drinking sickness, okay? Chekin chang la shemba lokshin. The next morning after they get really drunk, how do they feel about alcohol? Yeah. The first time I got drunk, I was at my friend's house, and we broke into his mother's alcohol, what do you call it? Cabinet? And we drank a little bit of everything. And then if you're smart, you fill it up with water, right? We drank a little bit of everything. We got so sick, really sick. And I was a altar boy in the church, so I have to help serve the wine in the church, and boy, that stuff smelled bad to me. So the morning after, how alcohol smells to you. We already talked about that, okay? You should be tired of the lower realms, okay? I don't want to be an animal. I don't want to go to the hells, okay? They should look to you like wine the next morning, okay? Got it? All right, so we finished that already. So now we're going to talk about the suffering, the specific sufferings of the three higher life forms, okay? Human, it's like some half pleasure being and pleasure being, something like that, okay? Mi dungel samba, hamayin ki dungel samba, hlai dungel samba. I got 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. 7 types of suffering specific to humans, okay? 7 types of suffering specific to humans. The 6 I gave before are for all samsara. Everybody in samsara, okay? Here we go. Number 1. Dambala dunle, so there will be 7 categories here. Kewe dungel sambani. Let's talk about the suffering of being born as a human, okay? What's the picture? What's the next picture? That's a cesarean. I mean, something really funny happened when I was looking for that picture. I was at my mom's house and with my brothers, right? And we were trying to find a good Mexican restaurant. And I got the menu up on my computer, and I was gonna order it for everybody. And my brother touched the key, and it went to that picture. And he looked at me like, "What are you doing there?" I said, "Oh, it's just religious thing." He's like, "Okay, anyway. Okay, you can skip it." That was kind of weird. Okay, so you finished talking about the lower birth, Pabonka. Is it a little less pain if I can be born as a human or a worldly god? Okay, is it a little better? Would it be better? Okay, somebody asked a question. Korwa dir ke chin munton luten topkyang dungyam bashigle mandete. Every form of life in samsara is 100% miserable. Okay, every form of life in samsara is 100% miserable. Okay, rangchak mir ke kyang chechena dun chewa matok shen dungya shin tu chete. Once you're born as a human, the only meaningful thing you can do is study the Dharma. Everything else is pain. Every other human activity is pain. Nga kewe dungel jitar nyongtsu ngel chip soki kengi tsang ma je simbe tata mi temme. So he says, in a way we are lucky because we have ngel chip. What's a dibma? Dibma. What's a dip? Yeah, obstacle. It means a veil, okay? A covering, dibma, okay? What's ngel? Ngel means the womb. So there's a special karma called ngel dip, okay? And most people cannot remember what happened before the womb. Very few people can remember what happened in the womb, okay? But we have a thing called ngel dip. It's a special kind of karma. We could talk about where it comes from, I don't know. Maybe we could meditate on it someday. But you can't remember what happened before the womb. Actually, the change in your body and mind is so drastic. It's like a dog can't think with a human's brain and a human can't think with a dog's brain for a while. It takes time to get used to it, okay? So right after you're born, you can't remember what happened before. Because you're a totally different being, okay? If Tuesday you were a dog and Wednesday you're a human, you wouldn't be able to remember what happened on Tuesday, okay? Chi ne mi kewe shik len tu ba chung na de se kewe dunga chatsang nyongga. Chi ne. Even if you're able to get a human birth, which is rare, extremely rare, okay? Buddha licked his finger, touched the ground, and said that many people become human out of the whole earth of dirt, okay? And everyone, people who don't study Buddhism, they're like, oh, when I come back, I'm going to teach that guy something, Probably that thought's enough not to come back as a human. Okay, all right. It's very rare to come back as a human. Don't think you're going to have a better life next time. You're not. Okay. So you're going to have to suffer again. I got 1 minute. I'm using it. Let's just talk about the time between conception and coming out of your mom, okay? The time between conception, the 9 months in the womb. Let's talk about that. Then in Buddhism, in the Abhidharma, which Stanley can teach you, there are 5 periods in the womb, okay? Nornurpo, Mermerpo. They're called jelly, stretched jelly, hard jelly. I forget the other 2. You get the idea. Okay. There's a special pain associated with each stage in the womb. Okay. And as each part of your body starts to grow, there's a different kind of pain. Dambo kuchaki usu namshe shupe cup. We'll take the first one and then you can go to bed on it, okay? Kuchak, ku means semen. Chak means menses of the mother, blood of the mother. Dambo kuchaki usu. When the father's single semen meets a single egg of the mother, namshe shuk, consciousness enters at that moment, okay? When the 2 touch, consciousness enters. Look, it's de shotabu shigle mepe. And in that period of your gestation inside your mother's womb, we call you clump of yogurt. Okay, it's called clump of yogurt. All right. It feels like someone has dropped you in a pot of boiling water. Okay, it feels like that to a child. In the first few days, it feels like that. Okay, you don't remember. Let's stop there. So there's a special instrument that they used to use in the West also, a rack. And they would tie your arms and legs, and then they would have horses, and they would actually tear your body apart, right? Or machine that tears your bones from your body, and that's what it feels like when your limbs are developing inside your mother, okay? It feels like someone's tearing a chicken leg off of a chicken, okay? It feels like that, okay? You don't remember. Sometimes I think we really do block things out that we don't want to remember. Okay, it's too painful, and I think sometimes we just cancel things, So we'll finish the vacation in the womb tomorrow. Okay, all right. I'm gonna bother somebody. Jacqueline, you up for that? Okay. Sangye Shindu Mekte Uagi Doku Namda Shinla Jepasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandana Kamne Tayami Di Kewokan Sanami Shin Sozo Shin Sanami Shin Nechue Dhamma Kuni Toba Cool.